visit 9 TCM Shop.
Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. We hope you're having a good Memorial Day, and thank you so much for spending part of it with us. All weekend long, we're saluting the men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice while serving our country, and all the movies we're showing are in honor of them. Our next movie is a harrowing military story set during World War II titled 12 O'Clock High. It's from 20th Century Fox in 1949. It's about an American bomber group stationed in England which suffered many severe losses over the skies of Germany during the war. We see the men in action, with some of the sequence being actual combat footage, yet the film isn't really about bombing raids. It's more about the senior officers who command the bomber troops and the stress that they suffered from having to constantly send men to their deaths. The main focus is on Gregory Peck as a by-the-book commander who takes a hard-line, hard disciplined stance with his men, trying to toughen them up for the hardships that war forces upon them. His character is based on a real man, Air Force General Frank Armstrong, who directed the first American daylight bombing raids against Germany. Now, this is a far different war film than audiences were used to seeing while the war was underway. Most films made at that time were basically designed to build morale on the home front, with the men fighting the war always shown to be heroic. Well, that was to keep morale as optimistic as possible while the war was underway. But once the war was over, there was a whole new wave of movies which took a more realistic look at war and showed the stress it put on everybody, and that fighting men could be fallible, they could be afraid, they could be human. Now, some of these films weren't successful because right after the war, people were trying to forget what they'd just been through. But this post-war film we're about to show you was very successful. It's a great movie with one of Gregory Peck's finest performances. In 1949, directed by Henry King, with an Oscar-winning supporting performance by Dean Jagger. The cast also includes Gary Merrill, Hugh Marlowe, and one lone female, Joyce McKenzie, who's seen briefly as a nurse. Here's 12 O'Clock High.